operates a zero-tolerance policy towards criminal infractions. Obey station law. Be aware of oncoming traffic in the access corridor. Observe minimum clearance distance. Fly responsibly. Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time.
Hello and welcome to the live stream. Today I'm doing some passenger sightseeing missions. Two are going to be within the bubble, and this one here is going to the planetary nebula view, which is, let me see if it says, no, it doesn't say how far away. It's about 6,000 light years away. And I'm taking off right now to for this one sightseeing adventure inside the bubble. Just to give you an idea of what I'm flying in my Beluga. I'll give you a look at that now. I call it the Lisa or the Linda Ray. I named it after my sister who passed away about 10 years ago. It's a really beautiful ship here. This is the biggest of the passenger liners. Okay, it's so big I can't get the camera around it. Okay, that's the ship. Now a little about myself. I've been playing Elite Dangerous since last August on PlayStation 4. So far, my Federation rank is Rear Admiral, which allows me to buy all the Federation ships, including the Corvette. My Empire rank is Duke, which allows me to buy all the Imperial ships, including what I already have, the Imperial Cutter. My combat rank isn't too good. I'm a novice, 61%. My trade rank is Elite. My exploration rank is Elite. And let's get on with the show. I had to stop here at this station in order to buy one of my passengers 1 unit of clothing. If I wouldn't have bought that, then they would have complained, and we really don't want that.
Clear of the landing pad. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
A lot of people think that you'd have a lot of trouble getting a Beluga outside the mouse slot here, but I don't seem to have too much trouble. Knock wood. As soon as I see nobody's coming in, I hit the gas. Okay, we're clear of the station. And if any of you play Elite Dangerous and wonder about passenger missions, about the sightseeing missions, how to do them, I will show you in this broadcast.
Flight control now offline. Till next time, Commander.
Okay, we won't be needing any fuel boost or FSD boost, so we'll just avoid that. Looked like it was a either a white dwarf or a didn't look like a it looked like a white dwarf. It wasn't a neutron star. Once I get to this destination, I'd get a message. The passenger would tell me where they want to go or what planet to head for. And you see that pretty shortly here.
Incoming mission critical message.
I don't know if you heard that. Incoming critical mission message. I'll do the fuel scooping first and then check on the message.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay. Okay, they want to go to Panglua. Looks like 8 or 6. Okay. Get rid of these old ones. And you go to navigation. There's the orange mission icon. It's over 2,000 light seconds, so we have to get within 1,000 light seconds before the destination. It's usually a visitor's beacon or whatever they want to check out. You have to be within 1,000 light seconds of the planet before it shows up. And we'll be there in less than a minute. Now, when I get to 10 seconds outside of a station or a planet, that's when I will throttle down so I won't overshoot it. So we're coming up on 12 now. Okay, throttle down. Keep it in the blue zone just in case we're interdicted. I go ahead and check the nav panel, and there it is right there, Visitor's Beacon. So you select that, lock it in, and we're good to go. And once you drop out of this point of interest, or in this case the visitor beacon, I just slow down and then target the beacon and let it scan. Once it's done scanning, then the passenger is happy, and they'll either tell you to go on to the next point or to take them home. think in this case I got another. He wants to see another site after this one. And going into one of these is like going into a station. You get whenever you get to 1 megameter, it tells you it's safe to disengage. Right there. So you just disengage. Super cruise. Slow down. Target the beacon and let it scan. Okay, there's the message. It tells you a little bit about the beacon that you just scanned. You can read that if you want to, or you can just delete it. Okay, now he's telling me about the next place he wants to go. Something called Found Guilty. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, he wants me to find him 3 units of domestic appliances. So what I do is I go to my third-party site, which is eddb.io, and just look for that commodity that they want. Should just take a minute. See, he wants domestic appliances, okay. And let me just check, see what system we're in. Okay. Domestic appliances. Large. LUYA. Hopefully there's a system real close that sells the domestic appliances.
Scan detected.
Okay, we found one.
Mission critical message.
Okay, go to the galaxy map.
Under attack. Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I don't know why I'm under attack here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, just beat that attack. All right, let's find those goods. Okay, going to Al Mina. I'm going to look for Natural Hub. There it is. Well, it wasn't much of an attack. My hull is 100%. My shields are still up. That's pretty good. I welcome those who have just joined the stream. Today I'm doing passenger missions, sightseeing missions. Oh, hi, Jess. Well, the one mission, I got two missions that's going inside the bubble, and then I got one that's about 6,000 light years from the bubble.
Fuel scooping complete.
I'm flying in my Beluga today. Since we dock at this hub, so I can get the passenger his 3 units of domestic appliances. That looks like I'd pulled him Molinos, maybe. Come on. Yeah. Overshot it. That's okay. We can quickly recover from this. And yes, on my larger ships, I do use a docking computer. Just makes life a lot simpler. Yeah, I don't know why that guy was shooting at me. It wasn't an interdiction. I just stopped at the visitor's beacon. And before I knew it, I was under attack. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to request docking. There we go.
Landing authorized. You are clear for approach to pad 10. Docking assist enabled. Approach is clear.
Another good reason for the docking computer on a big ship like the Beluga, a lot of the passengers don't like any kind of damage or excitement, and sometimes it cancel the contract on you. Okay, first get them a domestic crap they want. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got the goods. Okay, just got to do a quick log out and log in. Okay, hopefully that fixed the problem with the audio. Just let me know if you can't hear me. Okay, I got him his domestic appliances. Let's see where he wants to go to next. It's going to take me 5 jumps. And also the Beluga, I engineered it up to 37.24 light year jump range, which is not bad for a ship of this size.
Landing coupler disengaged. Follow the greens on your way out.
Retracted.
I don't know how much of the sound you can hear, but I love the sound of the Beluga engines.
You are clear to resume own navigation. Stay safe, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping.
Probably going to have to replot this, because I usually have M-class stars taken out
Fuel scooping complete.
because they're such a pain in the butt to scoop at. Okay, let me go to the galactic map. Okay, replot it with realistic or the map filters. Oh, no game sounds, huh? don't know why that is. Let's check my settings. Okay, is that better or? Yeah, just let me know if you can hear the game sounds.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, good.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, normally when I plot out long routes, I always take out, or do exploration, I always take out the M classes because, like I said, they are a pain to scoop from
Frameshift drive charging.
because they're so small. And exploration-wise, you really don't get any good planets to scan from M classes. Just gas giants
3,
and ice worlds.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, that should leave us with two more jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, Jess, I see you're in game. Do you want me to create a party chat? I can do that if you want to.
Frameshift drive charging. Mission critical message. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, you're listening to Coast, huh? I used to listen to that when I worked night shift when Art Bell was on. I used to love that show. It's going to be 280,000 light seconds. Oh, wow. That's the problem with these sightseeing missions. You never know where you're going until you get there. So what are they talking about on Coast to Coast? Are they talking about the Thargoid invasion? Maybe Guardian abductions? But since we got a long flight, let me see if I can show you what the beluga looks like. I have it named after my sister who passed away about 10 years ago, Linda Ray. And I just bought a new paint job for it. The closest thing you're going to get to American red, white, and blue. There she is. Yeah, I got, like I said, 2 passenger missions that's going to be sightseeing inside the bubble. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to have to go back to Jameson Memorial in Shinrada Desra, drop them off, and then go on the real long one. But at this point, I'm usually just doing this for fun, because as you can see, at 303 million, I really not doing it for the money. I own a beluga, I have a Imperial Cutter, I have 2 Anacondas, a Python, my original Sidewinder, and a Cobra Mark III. Oh, they're still doing the open lines, huh? I used to call in Art Bell a lot when, well, he did a lot of open lines almost every day. And once he had Ed Mitchell. He was one of the Apollo moonwalkers. He was on Apollo 14 with Al Shepard. And him and I had a good conversation on the Art Bell show. But I haven't listened to Coast to Coast for many, many years. Well, I'm glad you liked the beluga. Thank you. I'm going to check, see what tourist beacon he wants scanned. Better be worth it. Kana Lauren found guilty. Okay. Wow, 27 jumps from Seoul in the Sidewinder. I don't know if it would be better just to buy the Sidewinder at Jameson or do the 27 jumps. Yeah, I have a second account on PlayStation, and I had to start over again with the Sidewinder, and I just got that all A-rated, and with 1,000,000 credits in my pocket. I do that when I'm out in deep exploration, and I get a little bit tired of exploring, then I can go, play with that account, have something else to do. Okay, I welcome everybody who's joining in. Today I'm doing some sightseeing passenger missions. 2 of them are going to be in the bubble, and then one is going to be about 6,000 light years away. I forget what it's called. Where is that? Yeah, it's right here. Planetary Nebula View. It doesn't say how far away it is. But it pays 7.4 million. But I'll probably get more just from doing detailed scans. Plus, my beluga has a detailed surface scanner on it, so if I see something interesting on the way, I might scan it. Yeah, I know how you feel. I still have my original Sidewinder. Haven't flown it for ages, but I'm not going to get rid of that. Yeah, like I said, the problem with these sightseeing adventures is you don't know how far away your destination's going to be until you actually get there. In this case, once we jumped into the system, the planet that the visitor's beacon is was over 240,000 light seconds away. Okay, we'll eventually get there. And then on these sightseeing missions, if the beacon is over 1,000 light seconds away, you have to wait till you get under 1,000 light seconds before it shows up in the navigation panel. In case you ever wondered about that, you took somebody sightseeing and you couldn't find a nav beacon, then most likely it's over 1,000 light seconds away. And you can see when I go to navigation, there's nothing here. But once we get within 1,000 light seconds, it will show up. Then all you do is just lock onto that and just follow it in. Almost there. The pay's not what it used to be. On this one, I'm not sure. I think it's this one here. So this is like 1.5 million. But it's not bad. I only had to take him to 2 spots. Okay. And there, what is it? Here's what he wants to see. Lock that destination. And just treat it like you would a USS. I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to do a Melanov. Or Melonis. Also known as the Loop of Shame. Yeah. I guess it's true what they say about live streaming. You tend not to pay attention. Hopefully when I drop into this one, no one will be shooting at me. Okay, throttle down. Target the beacon and let them scan.
Incoming mission critical message. Frameshift drive charging.
Just to make sure, I'm going to get into Super Cruise. Don't want anybody shooting at me. Okay. I'm not going to read that, but that tells you about the beacon. He wants to go one more place out, one other place. Okay. Which one was it? This one. Yeah. Hopefully the tourist beacon it will be a lot closer. And this is going to take 7 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
As you can hear, I chose Victor for the ship voice. I bought the Celeste, and until you tried it out and to listen to her, she really gets on your nerves. So I really wish Frontier would refund me the 400 Frontier points. I won't hold my breath, but it would be nice.
Fuel scooping.
Because the way she says fuel scooping, it sounds like fuel pooping.
Fuel scooping complete.
So if you're thinking about getting Celeste, take my advice, save your Frontier points,
Frameshift drive charging.
because she sounds terrible. And with the frameshift drive charging, she sounds like it's frameshift drive charging.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Frankenstein cranking.
Frameshift drive charging.
Huh.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, whoever did the voice for Celeste, that must be one of the developers' wives or his girlfriend or something, but certainly wasn't a professional
3, 2,
actor, and definitely not worth 400 frontier points.
fuel scooping.
There's the first time I used a discovery scanner on this sightseeing adventure.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, let's check to see how many more jumps there is. 2 more jumps. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping.
Oh.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, this is the last jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
And hopefully the beacon will be a lot closer than what it was.
Four, three, two,
Yeah, if they're going to nerf Dav's Hope, then I better head over there this weekend myself, pick up what I can. Did you hear how they're going to nerf it?
incoming mission critical message.
Any details about what they're going to do to it?
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, where do they want me to go? Blah, 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 3. Okay. Good, it's close. It's only 300 light seconds away. Okay, let's see if I can do it without doing the loop of shame again. Maybe not. Come on. I just took a peek at the chat, but I didn't fly past it this time. Yeah, I agree. You know, if you hear that they're gonna nerf it, then you might as well hit it. I was there not too long ago. I think it was earlier this week I went there. I pretty much have all the engineering I need to do taken care of. Okay, slow down. Let them scan their beacon.
Mission objective complete.
Okay. And there they tell you what the beacon is about, but I'm not going to read it. Okay, he's done. He wants me to take him back to Jameson. But he's going to have to wait, because I got another sightseeing adventure to do. Now, what's going on here? Let me see. Okay. That's nice. Alright, get away from me. Alright. Just ran right into the visitor's beacon. Okay. It does make sense. Get it realistic. Okay. And this is going to take 5 jumps.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Yeah, another good thing about Dav's Hope is you can collect enough materials. You can use it for material traders. I think I did that. I had 100 chemical manipulators, which is the limit, and I used that to trade for something else that I needed for engineering.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think after this next jump, I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit because it's really blasting in my headphones.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, just got to change the audio, just lower it a little bit. That's a little bit better.
Charging.
A little bit better.
Four, three, two,
Yeah, I picked up about 100 chemical manipulators at Dav's Hope. But I already have all my ships are fully engineered for FSD.
fuel scooping complete.
So I just used the chemical manipulators to trade in for some other materials that I could not find.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Tell you what, after this jump, I'd see how many chemical manipulators I got left.
Incoming mission critical message.
We're here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Where do you want to go, buddy? A1, okay. Okay, that's real close. So we're reduced the speed right away. Hopefully I won't collide with the visitor's beacon this time. Okay, here we go.
Mission objective complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay, they're both ready to go back to Jameson. Let me just double check on that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So just open the galactic map. I have that bookmarked because it is my home base now. And it's only one jump.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know, I might go for the reputation reward. Like I said, I just made Jameson Memorial my home base. I want to get some better rep with these guys. They're all nice and lined up with it.
Juliet
Well, I'll take a look and see what the rewards are. I think I'm already allied with 2 of the factions here. And I can't remember who gave me this mission. Another problem with Founders World is there's a lot of real people playing.
Landing gear deployed.
And that sometimes messes up with the docking computer.
Docking successful. Crane crew dispatched. Greetings, Commander.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, see that reputation is plus, 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 like what? 5 pluses? So we'll go for that. And we're already allied with this guy, so I'll take the money. 5.2 million. But I am so glad they fixed that. Every time you turn in a passenger mission, you get a message telling you that the passengers left your ship. I'm glad they got rid of that. Because I got tired of erasing them. Okay, just real quick maintenance. Okay, now it's on for the big one. Planetary nebula view and collect data. Okay, you see how far away this thing is. It's out there down by the bubble nebula. Okay, let's go. Okay. Huh. Try plotting it that way. It's 253 light years. Okay. And give you an idea. Here's the bubble. So it's down around here. Close to the bubble nebula. And this is going to take... Oh, it's still plotting. Okay. I forgot to put my filters in there. While we're doing that, let's take a look at the chemical manipulators. Yeah, I'm up to 105 chemical manipulators out of 150. Is that done yet? Okay, 196 jumps. And my jump range is 37.33 light years. Okay, let's get going.
Detachment complete. You are go for departure.
Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, like I said, there's too many real people here. That guy almost clipped me, but it backed off. Oh, that was you, huh? Let me see. Yeah, you are here. Well, thanks for backing off.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are clear of station restrictions. Have a safe journey.
Okay, like they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And this is the first step.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I just hate how they put the really big ships right in front of the station, right by the mail slot.
Frameshift drive charging.
In that case, I think I was further back, so good piloting on your part, Jess.
4, 3, 2, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
And so I don't get homesick, I always take my little planet bobbleheads of the solar system.
4, 3, 2,
I'm not sure if you can see them there up on my dash. But I got Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn.
fuel scooping.
So what'd you do? Did you put an A-rated FSD in the Sidewinder, Jess? Because that's a big difference, only 2 jumps back to Sol.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, 4 jumps, okay. Still a lot better than what it was.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So what are you going to use the Sidewinder for now? Or are you just going to mothball it like I did with mine?
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm still showing ships on my radar, so I'm still in the bubble.
Four, three, two,
Yeah, I think you'll be pulling your hair out if you'll be flying your Sidewinder to Sagittarius A.
fuel scooping.
I know I did it with a jump range of like, what was it, 31 light years? And that seemed to take forever to get up there.
Fuel scooping complete.
But just to show you about exploration, people think it doesn't pay. Let's see here. Oh, back here. In explorations, profits from explorations, 1,631,952. Wait a minute. At 1,631,952,340 credits just from exploring. My highest payout was 5.4 million credits. My wife just got home from work at Walmart, and she was nice enough to buy me a 6-pack of my Pepsi.
Frameshift drive charging.
The nectar of the gods. But I think on this trip, I'm just going to do detailed scans. I'm probably not going to do any surface scanning. But I am planning a exploration expedition back up to Sagittarius A again. But I'll be doing that in my Anaconda, which I have engineered at 56 light year jumps. A little over 56.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I never even went up to Sagittarius A until after I made Elite in exploration. And people ask me, well, why'd you go up there? You know, and I just tell them, you know, I love to explore. So after becoming Elite in exploration, I went up to Sagittarius A, came back. Then I went up to the Great Annihilator and came back. And then I went on the Beagle Point expedition, which I had to fly out to Colonia first. And the expedition left Colonia, went up to Beagle Point, came back to Colonia, and then I had to fly back to the bubble again. But on that expedition, I made over 500 million credits from planetary scanning, and quite a few first names, first discovered by tags. Yeah, Jess, you see how fast this goes when you don't rely on voice attack?
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I tried my hand in combat, but going to the resource extraction sites or even to the nav beacons, it just seems to take so long. until you find a ship that's wanted, and the payout just isn't all that great. But I am working towards getting my combat rank up a little bit higher.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Then I tried mining just to be able to unlock Celine Jean. That almost drove me out of my mind.
Frameshift drive charging.
How would you use the voice attack for exploration, Jess? See, I would use it for combat, but I would have it set, where I can just allocate my energy just by saying like 1-3 or 3-1 or 3-2, something like that.
Fuel scooping.
Or have it set up where I just say chaff and it releases the chaff.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, let me line up and then I read your comment here. Yeah, I've seen the conflict zones, but I never went into one. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Because trying to engineer my Python and my second Anaconda for more combat oriented. If I take the Anaconda, I'm gonna get
Frameshift drive charging.
get a crew in there because I have a fighter hangar. Of course, I don't know how good those pilots really are, but
4, 3, 2,
but first I want to get better at combat with a smaller ship like the Python before I try in an Anaconda. Yeah, I've seen some people doing some streams where they go into the conflict zones, and yeah, it is a lot more active. You definitely don't want to take the time to try to scoop up the materials.
fuel scooping complete.
Now, Jess, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think since 3.0 dropped, they have a new USS, which is the distress call with a threat level 4. Because the first time I saw that, I went into it and there's like 5 ships just ganged up on me all at once.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because the Python does turn really slow. It's almost like an anaconda.
Fuel scooping complete.
So maybe I will get an FDL. What would be your recommendation as far as federal ships or empire ships? Because as you can see, for the Federation, I'm a rear admiral and I'm a duke with the empire. I got the cutter, but I use that mainly for cargo. So I can buy every ship in both the Federation and the empire. I just don't know which one's better for what role.
Frameshift drive charging.
I hear the Corvette's good at combat.
4, 3, 2,
But I'm going to need a lot more money before I'm able to even think about buying a Corvette yet. At least get it over the billion mark.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
And plus, I do have a HOTAS 4, and I noticed that in combat it's a lot easier than using the hand controller that comes with the PS4.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Okay, so you think I should go with the FDL then, huh? Be a hell of a lot cheaper than the Corvette.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, that's true too. That the vet the rebuy would be really crazy on that. I mean, just in the Beluga A-rated, my rebuy is, what is it? 8.1 million, almost 8.2 million. So I can imagine what a Corvette would be.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I'm going to definitely check out the FDL then.
4, 3, 2,
Then I just use my Python as an all-in-one purpose ship. Because I took part in last week's community goal, and the problem was you can only deliver the cargo to the station that you needed a medium-sized ship to land. You couldn't land a large ship at it. So I used the Python to haul the goods there.
fuel scooping complete.
And that was pretty good. I got 6 million out of that community goal. as you can see, my combat rank is novice 51. I think it's 51. 61%. So I'd like to get that up to the respectable level. Yeah, Python's my workhorse too. That thing can do anything. But how do you think I should engineer my FDL, if I should get one?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, when you get a chance, I can PS4 loadout screenshots. Yeah, that's my problem with combat ships. I don't know what weapons to put in. I don't know what kind of armor to have. What kind of sensors. Because normally I've been doing exploration ships or trading ships or passenger.
Frameshift drive charging.
So when it comes to the weapons, I'm not sure which are the best weapons.
Four, three, two,
Yeah, I imagine the frag cannons were also save on power, right?
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So I imagine I'd have to do a grade 5 dirty drive on the thrusters.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Yeah, I gotta definitely look into that. I may be able to even sell my second anaconda, since I'm definitely not going to be doing any more mining.
Fuel scooping complete.
Well, that's where the 100 plus chemical manipulators will come in handy with the FSD.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's another thing I didn't like about the Corvette. People said even engineered, it really has a crappy jump range.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah. It's when I was coming back from the my first trip to Sagittarius A. I was thinking about, what am I going to do with the money?
Frameshift drive
And I
charging.
thought, well, I never tried mining before. So I thought, okay, well, I get another anaconda because that holds so much, and just turn it into a mining ship.
4,
And I'm not much of a miner. Just I have the patience for exploration, but not the patience for mining. So if I sell that, that'll go a long way to
fuel scooping.
helping me A-rate out the FDL. Or who knows, maybe I'd just keep the anaconda.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Has a pretty good jump range on it. Maybe if I'm really at a loss for things to do in the game, I can do some mining outside of the bubble.
3, 2,
I don't know, I just gotta look into that.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
know, the way I look at combat ships, as far as the jump range, you really don't have to go far in order to find some trouble to get into.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
See how many more jumps we got. Up, 169. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in this stream. Probably not.
4, 3, 2,
But hell, it's Friday night and I'm not going anywhere.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two.
Okay, Jess, thanks for joining. And I'll catch you later. Have a good night. Did I say Jeff or did I say Jess? Well, anyway, Jess, have a good night and thanks for dropping by.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
And if there's anybody still watching this, just feel free to leave a comment, chat away, help me stay awake.
Frameshift drive charging.
Gonna have to take a quick break because I gotta get some ice from my Pepsi. If you have any questions about passenger missions or exploration or Elite Dangerous in general, feel free to ask.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
But if anybody is watching, I'm doing a passenger sightseeing mission. It's about 6,000 light years outside of the bubble. So I'm combining the passenger mission with a little exploration. I'll probably make more money on scanning than I will on the actual mission, which is okay.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Okay, after this last fuel scoop, or this next fuel scoop, I'm going to have to take a quick break, get some ice, get some Pepsi. Only should take 2 or 3 minutes.
fuel scooping.
But try to leave you with a good view of the Lisa Ray, or the Linda Ray. That's the name of my beluga. Okay. Let's just drop the speed a little bit. Break out the external camera. And there she is. That's my beluga. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some ice for my Pepsi. Okay. As my friend Commander Crumb would say, I had to go in the back of my ship and synthesize myself some Pepsi. So I'm all settled. Let's get the show going.
Frameshift drive charging.
But the place we're going to, it's called Planetary Nebula. So that should be pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever been to a planetary nebula before.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay. That has been acting up all day. Trying to find out which one of my friends are online playing the game right now, and they're overlapping each other.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, even though I have the Beluga outfitted with a planetary scanner, I'm just going to do just detailed scanning on this mission.
4, 3, 2,
Be a lot quicker. Plus, I'm sure this is a pretty well beaten route that I'm taking, so I probably wouldn't get too many first discovered by planets.
fuel scooping complete.
Did I scan this? I'm not sure. Yeah, okay.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Yeah, normally if I go this far outside the bubble, I take my exploration Anaconda, which gets about 56 light years jump range on it. but it's a passenger mission, so I took my beluga, which I called Linda Ray, and she gets 37.34 light year jump range. Not bad for such a big ship.
Frameshift drive charging.
When I went up, the first time I went up to Sagittarius A, my jump range was only 31 light years, so this is even better than that.
3, 2,
And I'm not even going anywhere near as far away as Sagittarius A. Just about 6,500 light years outside of Shinrada Dezra.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, I think I'm going to reduce this sound, the game sound in my headphones, because it feels like I have to shout. So let me do that. Put it down about the middle. Try that. Okay, that seems better.
Frameshift drive charging.
Don't want people coming on the stream thinking I'm yelling at them.
Four, three, two, one.
Well, if you're watching the stream, feel free to chat away.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I'm willing to talk about anything you want to talk about. If you have any questions about passenger missions or exploration
Fuel scooping complete.
or Elite Dangerous in general, just fire away.
Frameshift drive charging.
And
Three.
the funny thing is, I use my tablet, which I have next to me, in order to monitor the chat, so that automatically shows as one person watching. So I'm not sure if I'm talking to myself or what. So like I said, feel free to drop me a chat.
Scooping.
Let me know you're there. And we can have a pleasant conversation while enjoying
Fuel scooping complete.
the terrific views of Elite Dangerous. Show you what the inside of the cabin looks like. It's very big inside the Beluga. See. See the cockpit area here, it's humongous. There I am. Very nice ship.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, I do have a HOTUS 4, but right now I'm using the DualShock 4. And as far as my other ships, let's see. I still have my original Sidewinder. I have a Cobra Mark III. I have a Python. I have 2 Anacondas. One I use for exploration. I have the Imperial Cutter, which I use for cargo and trading. And I have the Beluga. So I think it's 7 ships in all.
Frameshift drive charging.
My second Anaconda I was using for mining, but it turns out I'm not that good of a miner. But when I do combat, that's when I switch over to the HOTUS 4. I find that's a lot better than the DualShock. Yeah, I got the HOTUS 4 for a Christmas present, and I'm still trying to break it in and trying to get it configured right. Still have some trouble with the external camera. But other than that, it's really great for combat. Even though I'm just a novice in combat right now.
Frameshift drive charging.
But earlier today I jumped into a USS and had a Anaconda there. So I blew up my first Anaconda with my Python. Wasn't too hard. The thing's so damn big.
Fuel scooping.
And then my friend Jess suggested that the next ship I buy would be a FDL or Fer-de-Lance for combat instead of using my Python.
Fuel scooping.
So I think that's going to be the next ship I buy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Get that properly outfitted and then engineered.
Four, three, two, scooping.
But with passengers, I started with the Dolphin, then I traded that in for an Orca, and then I traded that one in
Scooping complete.
to get this Beluga. And I pretty much did the same thing for exploration.
Drive charging.
I started out, I think, with a Diamondback Explorer, then moved up to an Asp Explorer, and then I got enough money for my first Anaconda. So that's been my primary exploration ship. Right now I'm playing in open, because when you're this far out of the bubble, you don't really have to worry about coming across to anybody. But if I'm doing a community goal, I usually play in like a private group, because you do have people waiting outside that station getting ready to gank you.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, but if you can see on my radar, there's absolutely no other ships around. That's what I love about exploration. No interdictions. And I can even increase the radar all the way up, and there's nothing.
Frameshift drive charging.
But when they came out with the 3.0, when that went live on the 27th, I had to go to the VA for a doctor's appointment. But as soon as I got home, the first thing I did was get on Elite Dangerous. I wanted to go out and get my first Chieftain, and I took my Anaconda to Jameson Memorial in Founders World. And as soon as I jumped into Shinrada Desra,
Fuel scooping.
there was somebody there waiting for me, and they blew up my weaponless Anaconda. So I had to go into a private group to fly back and get my get the Chieftain. Oh yeah, that's another ship I forgot about. I bought the Chieftain too. Yeah, I have a cutter. I got that fully A-rated. Got it engineered for FSD. But I usually just use it for cargo. I can hold like 720 tons of cargo
Frameshift drive charging.
with a really good jump range. And it is way more maneuverable than the Type 9 Heavy.
4, 3, 2,
Not to mention it can hold a lot more cargo.
fuel scooping.
Yeah, well, I was torn between getting a Corvette or getting a Cutter,
4, 3, 2,
but everything I heard about the Corvette, with the lousy jump range and whatnot, pushed me towards the Cutter. Okay, where I'm headed to, let me see, I'll show you after I fuel scoop here. Taking a passenger who wants to go see something called the Planetary Nebula, which is about like 6,500 light years from the bubble.
fuel scooping complete.
So did I scan this? No, okay. Wants to go to Planetary Nebula View and collect data. But there's the system 1C 1805, sector AV TAC O C6 TAC 6. Let me see if I can bring it up on the galaxy map. Probably just show me the route. Yeah, but it's right about here. That's the fuel star. Let's see. Come on, where are you? I know it's by the Bubble Nebula. There it is. And that's what it looks like. This is a planetary nebula. Small nebula right there. Looks pretty cool. Give you an idea. The bubble's up here. And we're heading down here. And we got 149 jumps to get there. Yeah, it's kind of a lot of jumps, but I went to Sagittarius A with my Anaconda when it only did 31 light year jumps. And it took me forever. Just to get from one waypoint to another was like 300 jumps. And that wasn't even anywhere near to Sagittarius A. And the Beluga actually gets a better jump range than my old Anaconda did. It gets 37.34 light year range. Yeah, it's only 7.5 million, but I'll probably get more from the detailed scans. That usually seems to be the case. But it seems like before 3.0 I would have gotten a lot more for this type of mission, like 20 million. But they kind of nerfed the passenger missions. And even though my Beluga has a detailed surface scanner on it, I'm not going to be doing any planetary scans.
Fuel scooping.
Just jump, scoop, and do a detailed scan. Or else it would take me a lot longer.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably make the 7 million just on honking my horn, just using the Discovery scanner. So probably 7 million or maybe even more, and then add in what the passenger's paying me.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping.
But like I told my friend Jess, I do like to explore, so I might as well be guaranteed to get 7 million out of it.
Fuel scooping complete.
And not too far in the future, I'm going to be doing another trip up to Sagittarius A. I'm going to be going up to the Great Annihilator first, and then to Sagittarius A, and then I want to
Drive charging.
explore around the galactic core a little bit. I didn't really do that much exploration around there the first time I went up to Sagittarius A.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
But the three major places that I've been to exploration-wise has been Sagittarius A, then I went up to the Great Annihilator, which is almost about the same distance. And then I took part in the Biggle Point expedition, which is still ongoing. That started on January 20th. And just from that expedition alone, I made over $500 million credits.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's what enabled me to be able to buy the cutter. And I still have, let's see, 309 million.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So exploration has treated me very, very fine.
Fuel scooping.
And just in case I get homesick, that's why I have my
Fuel scooping complete.
planet bobbleheads there. I got the Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn right on the dashboard.
Frameshift drive charging.
And they're pretty cool because they actually rotate on their own axis.
Four, three, two, one.
So my friend Jess, who was on a little earlier, he says that I should get a further lance if I want to improve my combat ranking. What are your thoughts about the further lance? You think I should get one? I'll show you my combat ranking right now. It's novice at 61%. He suggested I go into some conflict zones instead of the normal nav beacons or has-res sites.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Yeah, he was saying the problem with the Python, it flies, it's slower than the further lance. That's why I just use my Python as a general purpose ship.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I used to own a further lance a long time ago, but I watched this guy. I watched a video of this guy outfitting it, and he armed it with nothing but lasers. So I did the same thing, and the thing just overheated way, way too much. And I didn't know that much about combat builds. So I think this time Jess recommended some rail guns, or not rail guns, but fragmentation cannons,
Fuel scooping.
all engineered, of course.
Fuel scooping complete.
But I do have enough money, so be able to buy the FDL and A-rate it. Got enough materials for the engineers.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
I was going to check to see if they had a combat community goal, but it looks like the only ones they have is against the Thargoids, and I've never taken on a Thargoid yet. I've been shot at by him.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I'm on PS4. My PlayStation name is capital J, capital G, ATES 1960. Here, let me type that out for you. Yeah, there it is.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
I do wish I had a good enough computer to play it on that, because they have so many really nice third-party modifications like voice attack that I would like to get into. I don't think PlayStation's ever going to have that.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
But I might I might upgrade to a PlayStation 4 Pro on my birthday, which is in October. And hopefully by then Frontier will have the 4K support, because I do have a 4K television. So that would probably look pretty nice. So Frontier, if you're listening, you got till October to give 4K support to the PS4. You did it for Xbox, so now do it for PS4 Pro.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I know playing Elite Dangerous on the regular PlayStation 4, I have a hard time seeing the numbers. And I'm hoping the PS4 Pro, especially if they have the 4K support,
Drive charging.
will make the numbers a lot crisper. I also play Major League Baseball, MLB The Show, and I have a hard time seeing the baseball.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I know the first time I landed on a planet using coordinates,
Fuel scooping.
I had to sit about a foot away from the television just to see the numbers. And thankfully, my friend Jess, he led me into Dav's Hope. And once you get to Dav's Hope, all you have to do is just scan all the comm panels, and you don't have to use the coordinate system anymore. It just shows up on your navigation panel.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I think Frontier, I think they should enable that you should be able to enter the coordinates of any planet
3,
and just have a marker placed over it that you can just fly to that specific coordinates. Because they seem to be wanting you to get into the Thargoid bases and the Guardian things, and which require a lot of landing by coordinates.
fuel scooping.
A lot of people just wait until somebody does it and puts it on YouTube instead of going there themselves.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
But trust me, this is not what exploration is all about. Normally, I would check out the planets and scan those. But since this is a passenger mission, I just want to kind of get it over with. And when I do decide to go back up to Sagittarius A, I most likely will be streaming that in different parts.
Fuel scooping complete.
And this has actually been the first time I've been outside the bubble since 3.0 went live, so I haven't really had a look at the planets out here yet.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I'm looking forward to doing that when the next time I go out exploring.
Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
And again, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I will try my best to answer them.
Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Okay, I gotta check something out. I'm not sure if I have a field maintenance unit on this ship. Because if I do, maybe I can switch over to
fuel
try the neutron highway. I don't think I have the field maintenance unit. Let's see, friendship dry life support, fuel scoop, dock computer sensors, chaff, Heat laundry, okay. I'm gonna let's see if I can use the neutron highway. See if that takes up. Well, first of all, let's see how many jumps I got. 128. Okay. Let's see if I put in the FSD jet cone boost. I just apply that to the route. Oh. What happened? That stupid game crash. Okay. Okay, use jet cone. Okay, it is plotting the route. Okay, 120 jumps. So not much of an improvement.
Frameshift drive charging.
I never used the neutron jet cone with the Beluga before.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But I'm sure I can handle it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
But when I'm out of the bubble, doing exploration, I purposely leave out the Class M planets, or Class M stars, mainly because it's really a pain in the ass to fuel scoop from them, and plus they don't have that many good planets worth scanning. They usually have gas giants or ice worlds. So when I plot the route, I have the M classes taken out.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
See, normally, if I was out exploring, I would open up the system map, see what kind of planets they have. And first I look at the star, and it's a class F, which is larger than the class G. So this one here might be terraformable. So we'll mark that. We'll go scan it. I didn't get a chance to engineer my surface scanner to a grade 5. I think I only got it up to a grade 3. It still has pretty good distance on it. This is going to be a high metal content world. I can tell by looking at the holograph. Yep, high metal content. And let's see if it's terraformable. Yep, this body is a candidate for terraforming. Those are the ones that bring in the money.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I very much doubt that on this particular route that I find
To engage.
anything that hasn't been already discovered by somebody. But even then, that shouldn't, keep you from scanning it. Because if they are like a water world, Earth-like, or in this case a high metal content that was terraformable, even though somebody has already scanned it before, doesn't make it less valuable. Just if you're the first one to discover it, you get the 50% bonus. I mean, if you ever done the Road to Riches, those are very valuable planets, but somebody's already got their name on it, but you still scan it. Okay, let's check this system out. Okay, this is an F again. $524. Check out these two here. Got to find the planets that are in that so-called Goldilocks zone, where it's not too hot and not too cold. This one looks like a high metal content world too. Okay, that's not terraformable. Let's check this other one out. I need to get a drink here. Okay, this is gonna be another another high metal content world. And that one was terraformable.
Frameshift drive charging.
And my throat's getting a little bit raw, so I'm gonna kind of shut up unless you got a question for me. I'll be, like I said, more than happy to answer it.
3, 2, 1.
Not sure how long I'm gonna continue streaming this. It's already what, about going on 1:30 here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
See what the system map looks like. Okay, this is not gonna be much. Probably ice worlds. Yeah, it's an ice world.
Frameshift drive charging.
I seem to get better planets around F-class stars.
4, 3, 2, fuel scooping.
Okay, I'll definitely look at this system.
Fuel scooping complete.
This don't look too hot either. That one's too far away.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping.
Okay, 9's a good number.
Fuel scooping complete.
That used to be the number of planets we had in our solar system until they gave Pluto the axe. Oh, they're way down there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going 31,000 light years for that. So,
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
okay, these two ones look pretty interesting. This one's going to be a high metal content. Okay, that's terraformable. That's good. Take a look at this next one. Alright, let's check this one out. And that's also terraformable. The other one is 459 light seconds out, which for a class K, that's too far out to be terraformable. So on to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I'll try this one out here. Then after I do this planetary scan, I'm just gonna do a quick exploration, just jump, scoop, scan, jump, scoop, scan. Or else it's gonna take me forever to get to where I'm going. Okay, that is terraformable. But like I said, I think from now on I'm just gonna jump, scoop, scan, and not even look at the system map.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I still got 110 jumps to get to my destination, which is supposed to be some planetary nebula that a scientist wants me to take him to.
4, 3, 2,
And he's paying me 7.5 million credits to do that. Plus what I make off the scan and cartography data, cartographic data. But like I said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep streaming, because the advice I give to my friend Commander Crom, when you're out exploring and you get tired, that's the time to knock it off, because that's when the bad things happen. That's when you collide with a planet or worse, a star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Plus, I don't have SRVs on this Beluga, so I can't do any planetary landings.
4, 3, 2,
That kind of exploration I leave to my Anaconda, which has everything on it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, let me check, see how many jumps I got left. Okay, 105. Okay, when I get to 100, I think I'm going to end the stream because I'm getting tired. And that's when you make your mistakes.
Frameshift drive charging.
I might pick it up tomorrow. Do a part 2.
Four, three, two, one.
Plus my headset is kind of hurting my ears. when I started the stream, I had 2 other passenger missions that were inside the bubble, wanting to do some sightseeing,
Fuel scooping.
and I did those missions. Went back to Jameson Memorial to drop them off before I started out on this rather long
Fuel scooping complete.
journey to a planetary nebula.
Frameshift drive charging.
Give that time to cool off a little bit. That should do it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, the 100, when I got 100 jumps left, I think I'm going to end the stream.
2, 1.
Watch an episode of Star Trek Next Generations to kind of unwind and then off to bed.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, what do we got left here? Okay, well, 101 jumps, so after this jump I'm going to end the stream.
Frameshift drive
But I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching, and for your input. And I hope that you subscribe so you can catch other live streams that I might be doing. Just hit that notification tab and you'll be notified whenever I'm doing another live stream. also I hear my cat outside wanting in.
Fuel scooping.
So I gotta take care of the cat.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alrighty then, we got 100 jumps to go, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Again, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, have a good night, and I'll see you out in the black.